my gosh, this is so great. We're almost meeting each other in person.
I know. Isn't that amazing? I love, technology, it's good. There's good pieces to it. Obviously, if I could, I would absolutely love to meet you in person, but you know what? This will do just fine for the time being.
Thank you so much for being here with us. I'm just
Of course. Thank you for having me. It's a privilege really to be able to share my story and thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting my small business here in the COVID year. And, so grateful for your partnership and thank you for all you do and all of the amazing shops and small businesses you support and bring on to your beautiful shop, which I cannot wait to see one of these days. I'll make it your way. I promise.
Can't wait.
Yes. Well, this is amazing. Thank you, Laura. I will definitely, what we'll do then in that case, we'll jump into my PowerPoint presentation, if that's okay. I'll kind of go through my slides. And if you guys have any questions that pop into your mind while I'm presenting, feel free to type them into the chat box. And then I'll go ahead and address them here at the end of my presentation. And then at the end, if you want to unmute yourself and ask away, feel free to do that. Sounds good, guys? All right. Again, thank you guys for being here today, and thank you for Laura and her amazing shop for allowing me to present this today. So you are meeting with Olga's Organic. This is my little business, and my name is Olga Redding, and I am the founder and the owner of Olga's Organic. So a little bit about me. Who is Olga? I was born and raised in a little country called Moldova in Eastern Europe. It borders Romania and Ukraine. I moved to the United States with my family when I was 17 years old. And I went to Iowa State University for my undergraduate degree, as well as Drake University for my master's degree. As far as more of a personal background, I am a wife to Brian, this gentleman here with the big beard. I am mother to Walter, 4.5 years old, and Harvey. I need to update my slides. He is now 2 years old. And I am, of course, creator of Olga's Organic. So how did Olga's Organic come to life? Go back. So really, it started with a simple conversation with my husband, Brian, about 10 years ago that brought me to a new realization. Literally during that conversation, I had a huge light bulb moment. And basically, at that time, I came across a study that talked about aluminum that was found in the tissue of breast cancer patients. And for me, it was like, wait a minute, something that we put on our bodies can potentially harm our health negatively, So I was like, are you telling me the products that I use on a daily basis, like my deodorant and things of that nature, could actually cause cancer? Well, that particular study found that to be the case. So then what I did after that conversation with Brian is I started researching all of my, ingredients, the products that I was using on a daily basis, and I'm a makeup girl. I love my makeup. Okay. So then I started looking at all of the ingredients in my makeup. So like between the X's and Z's and Y's, I could not pronounce any of those ingredients. And I was like, wait a minute, what am I putting on my skin? And as Laura mentioned, the skin is our largest organ of our bodies. And unfortunately, we tend to, in a way, forget that as consumers, as people that, obviously have skin. But basically, here's a really good slide that talks about aluminum. If you guys are not familiar with the Environmental Working Group Skin Deep database, I highly recommend you checking that out. I believe they might even have an app that you can download on your phone. And if they don't do that, you can definitely find all of this information on their website. So what's really interesting.
So as I was saying, the Environmental Working Group Skin Deep database, they basically have this database where they enter all of these products, you can find almost all of the products that you purchase on a daily basis in this database. And you can actually find the Olga's Organics products in there too. And we have the best ratings, of course, which is the best. But basically the ratings go from 1 to 10, I believe. And as you can see, 1 and 2 are green, which is good. So 1 and 2 is the rating that you want to have your ingredients in. Okay. Then when it starts becoming yellow is not as good. And then when it's red, it's definitely not good. Okay. When it's red, that means it's a toxic chemical that you do not want to apply on your skin. So for example, as I was mentioning, aluminum is found in all conventional deodorant. Okay, it's an active ingredient in all conventional deodorant. Absolutely every single one you pick up at the store will have aluminum in it. And as you can see, you guys, I used to use a deodorant that's listed here on the slide, top secret deodorant, but obviously not going to tell you what it is, but you can figure out what it is. And so here's the breakdown on all of the ingredients in this deodorant. And, as I mentioned, up to 60% of the products we apply in our skin get absorbed into our bodies. So, my philosophy is even a little bit of cancer-causing ingredients used daily can have negative effects over a lifetime of usage. So in addition to, obviously all of the products we use, here's a really good graphic I was able to find that is kind of fascinating really to look at, because it shows all of the different products that, we all use on a daily basis. And particularly women, women on average apply up to 515 chemicals on their bodies every day, which is fascinating, really. And as you can tell, makeup contributes to about 20% of those chemicals, and perfume is by far the worst offender, with about 50% of all the chemicals being in perfume. So as you can see, out of the 515, 250 were out of perfume. So I always tell my customers, if there's anything that you can do to clean up your beauty, skincare, routine, eliminate conventional perfume. And I'm talking about spray perfume, but I'm also talking about the ingredient, perfume or fragrance listed in another product. So it may be your shampoo, it may be your other things, because what's interesting about perfume is that perfume is considered a trade secret. So manufacturers are not required to reveal what's in the ingredient list because it's a trade secret. And there's been multiple independent lab studies that have taken perfume and looked at what's in that ingredient, and they have found hundreds of different, ingredients in perfume, and a lot of them being carcinogens, which are cancer-causing ingredients, endocrine disruptors, just the nastiest concussion of things that you can possibly think of is in perfume. So, and fragrance. So definitely, start with that. So as far as United States and where are we, you guys? We are lagging behind, like by far, because as you can see here, European Union has banned over 1,300 chemicals found in cosmetics, and the FDA has only banned 8 and restricted 3. So this is, very kind of disheartening, to say the least, at least to me as someone that believes in good quality ingredients and good products. The fact that European Union is so much more further advanced and we are just slowly getting there is almost unacceptable, I would say. And the reason why, a lot of these companies in the United States are not moving forward to organic ingredients, because you know what? It's a lot more expensive to buy organic ingredients extracted from nature than it is to buy barrels of synthetic compounds. And really, an organic ingredient is a plant ingredient. So you have to grow it from seed to plant, and then extract either the essential oils or the other, beautiful properties from the plant. So it took a much longer process, a more expensive process because of that. And that's why, these companies, they just do things synthetics in a lab. They just create these synthetic ingredients in a quick time frame in their labs, and they have huge margins, and they do not want to, cut on their margins. They're making good money and they want to keep doing that. So as far as what happened to me, I actually ended up creating the face powder, which is the first and only organic certified makeup in the United States to this day. Woohoo! I'm very proud of that accomplishment. Thank you, Laura. I am wearing it today, of course. I'm wearing all of my makeup, blush and eyeshadow, things of that nature. I forgot the lip tint. I was in a rush. But so I created the face powder in 2013, but I didn't start the company in 2013 because at that time I was going to grad school and I didn't want to, do it. Actually, the grad school is what was kind of an inspiration to starting my company. I took this entrepreneurship at Drake University entrepreneurship class, and in that class it was me and a colleague of mine, and we had to come up with a business, and I ended up hypothetical Olga's Organics business. At the time, the business was not yet founded, so then we ended up doing various profit and loss statements, things of that nature, and it kind of inspired me to just maybe start the business, and so what happened is we moved to Colorado, and in Colorado we ended up just launching the business in 2016. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of background noise. I'll wait till these kids are gone. I'm working from the gym because they have a kids academy and they can watch my little toddler. So sorry, there's a lot of background noise. But anyways, to build proof of concept, I basically ended up going to these farmers markets at Colorado. There were about 5 of them. And you guys, at that time, I only had the face powder and the body whips. That's the only 2 products I had at the time. And I was blown away by the amount of support. Because when people go to farmers markets, they go to buy veggies. They don't go to buy a $30 face powder and $30 body whip. So the fact that they supported me and loved the products and came back for more, I knew that I was onto something. So after that initial farmers market season in Colorado, I kind of started developing more products and working on releasing new items. So why USDA Organic Certified? This slide right here is a good one to kind of, go over. There are no chemicals and no pesticides. So when companies say, well, we have plant-based ingredients in our formulation. Well, you guys, not all plants are created equal because the non-organic plants still have traces of pesticides of them because farmers rely on pesticides to, get rid of their pests and things of that nature. Well, pesticides have been found to be cancer-causing ingredients. So ultimately, organic plants are the best plants. There's also been studies that have shown that organic plants have higher antioxidant nutritional content. Obviously, we'll take all the oxidants we can get in our skincare, so that's good. Automatically non-genetically modified. So as an organic, if you're organic certified, if you see the seal, you should know that automatically if you see the organic seal, it's also not genetically modified because genetically modified seeds are not allowed in organic operations. There's been multiple studies. I would check out the Rodale Institute Organic Systems Trial if you guys look into additional resources. But they have done organic research for the last 4 decades. And they have shown how the organic agriculture system is so much better for the environment, for our soils, for our ecosystems, for our, bees and, the beneficial insects. And then in addition to that, they have shown that farmers earn 3 to 6 times greater profits when they farm organically. So not only is it good for the ecosystem, but it's also good for the farmer that can actually make a living off of their organic, farm, where unfortunately the non-organic farmers have to rely heavily on subsidies from the government because they're not earning a good living, which is totally backwards. I'm not gonna even get into that, but you get the idea there. All right, so this slide right here. Why should we be concerned with pesticides and GMO? If you guys have not checked out Robin O'Brien Austin TED Talk, I'm giving you guys homework, okay? So please, it's a 20-minute TED Talk. Robin O'Brien, actually met her via Zoom, not in person, but I know her, somewhat. She's amazing. She is just an amazing advocate. But these 3 slides here that I have in my presentation from her presentation. So I don't want to take credit for them. These are from her presentation, but I want you to hear what she has to say because she goes in a lot more depth about, genetically modified ingredients and how ever since we started introducing genetically modified crops into the United States, how basically our cancer rates started to basically quadruple. And as it stands today, the United States has the highest rates of cancer, both in males and females in the whole entire world. So something is very wrong. Okay. Like I said, Robin O'Brien will tell you more. So definitely check her out there. Austin TED Talk. Okay, so here, Laura, about the greenwashing and the natural. Okay, so how is USDA organic different than natural? So natural, you guys, nobody verifies natural companies. Okay, so they may say natural just as a marketing technique, unfortunately. So there is no integrity of any kind because ultimately they can say they're natural but still use something synthetic, and nobody will ever hold them accountable. So as far as the USDA organic certified, we have to recertify every single year. So myself as an organic business, just because I have the seal this year does not mean that I will hold it the next year. So every single year I recertify, and every single year I have to undergo an inspection by an inspector, okay? In addition, I have the chance of undergoing unannounced inspections, which is like super scary because there you have, and actually this happened to me. Very funny. So if you guys noticed a couple slides back, there was a picture of me at the farmer's market. I was actually 9 months pregnant in that picture. And literally, I had an unannounced inspection, like maybe 2 weeks later. I thought I was going to give birth that day because I was like so, stressed out about it. But thankfully, I kept my records in check. I had everything lined up, everything, I passed the inspection with flying colors. But in looking back at it now, I think the unannounced inspections are amazing because they keep the organic producers accountable. And you know what? If you're not doing things right, you will definitely get caught in an unannounced inspection. And for me too, I was such a small business. I was still within my first year of operation. And the fact that they decided to do an unannounced inspection on me was kind of mind blowing, but at the same time, it was like, you know what? That's fine. I'm happy they did that. It's a great experience for me. I know I'm doing everything right. I have, so that's really cool. Because also with the unannounced inspections, what they can do is they can literally take your product if they have anything if anything looks questionable, they'll take your product and send it to a lab and check it to see that there are no pesticides or toxic things to check to make sure that it is organic. Because if it's not, you lose your organic certification and you can never, ever become organic certified again if you lose your certification. So how cool is that? Let's see. Organic certified always means at least 95% plant-based ingredients. So like, for example, our face powder, people always ask, oh, is it minerals? There is one tiny little mineral, which is bentonite clay, which is less than 5% of the formula. And I use the bentonite clay because it helps like mattify and just gives you that beautiful matte look. But the rest of the 95%, they are plants, like earroot flower and cacao and cinnamon and nutmeg and things of that nature. So in order to have the seal, you have to have at least 95% plant-based ingredients. And also, there's never anything synthetic or artificial allowed under the National Organic Program rules. And like I mentioned before, natural is not regulated by anyone. And naturally, like I said, is used for marketing purposes. And yeah, natural can be questionable. I mean, I would still, if you had the choice of buying something that is completely conventional versus natural, probably, go towards natural. But if you have the choice of buying something natural versus organic, try organic. And natural leads to greenwashing. And so let me tell you the greenwashing concept and what that means. Greenwashing is when companies, like, beautiful companies out there, like huge companies, they create a new formulation, and then they say, oh, our shampoo has this vitamin C and the shea butter. And all they tell you are the two really good ingredients in a formulation, but then they don't tell you anything about the other ingredients that are bad. So basically what they're doing is they're making you, the consumer, believe that their product is wholesome and good because of the ingredients, the good ingredients that they're marketing to you. So that's what the greenwashing means, is they're telling you the good stuff of their product, but they're not telling you the whole story, and they're not really educating you on the whole ingredient list in their product formulations. So what can you do? I don't do what I did. What I did is I got rid of everything, okay? And that's can be expensive, and that can be a lot. I would say give yourself grace and eliminate harmful items gradually, okay? You don't have to throw everything out. Just kind of look, for safe alternatives with perfume. And Laura is carrying our organic certified perfume, so thank you, Laura. So that's a great alternative there. And then obviously deodorant as soon as possible. And one thing that I want to tell you guys about deodorant is something you guys should know. There's a lot of people that, start using natural deodorant and they say, wait a minute, the deodorant doesn't work. And it's like, actually, the deodorant works. It's your body is detoxing, and your body, in a sense, is kind of freaking out because, it used to have this aluminum and these antiperspirants that would like keep everything in your body. Well, now you're kind of letting everything loose, and your body is literally detoxing. So what I would say, when you transition to natural deodorant, just give yourself grace too. It can take a week or possibly even 2 weeks before your body adjusts to the natural deodorant. So maybe take vacation, don't go to work that week or two, or do whatever you need to do, as they say. But ultimately, know that it's not the natural deodorant's fault. It's just kind of something what your body is going through. Vote with your dollars and choose organic certified whenever possible, to include, organic foods and groceries. And look into the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15. Raise your hand if you know about Dirty Dozen and Clean 15. Okay, great. Okay, you guys are informed. You're my crowd. You guys know what's up. But yeah, ultimately, if you don't have to buy organic avocados, don't buy organic avocados, because there's less traces of pesticides on those. So, that's kind of a good alternative where you know that you absolutely have to buy certain things organic and certain things you can buy non-organic. And like I said before, check with the Environmental Working Group Skin Deep database regularly for the products that you use in your skincare, body care routine. And then ultimately, the other thing that you can do, you guys, is educate others. Unfortunately, a lot of people are simply not aware of what they're doing to their bodies each and every single day. You know, they might be more mindful about the food they eat and things of that nature. But actually, what we apply in our body, I would almost argue, could be even more important, because when we eat food, we have, you know, our liver and stomach that kind of has a way to filter things out. Where with the skin, we don't have a filtering system through our skin. Basically, up to, like I said, you know, 70, 60, 70% of everything we put our skin is just absorbed into our bloodstream. All right, so here is the environmental working group. Just wanting to share with you guys, this is the environmental working group Dirty Dozen and Clean 15. So I always kind of refer to this one quite a bit because, you know, I used to buy non-organic strawberries, and you guys, strawberries need to be bought organic. They are truly, as it says here, the worst offenders. There's been multiple traces of pesticides found on non-organic strawberries. Of course, if you love spinach and kale and apples and celery and potatoes and tomatoes, also buy organic. And then non-organic options here, you know, like the broccoli and the mushrooms and the sweet corn are just fine. And that concludes my presentation, you guys. And let's see. I'll stop sharing the screen and then I'll look and see what we have in the chat here. Okay, so somebody said, what website are you referring to as it was not coming over as well? The environmental working group, I think, is what you are referring to. And let me find it here and I'll share with you via chat really quick so that you can leave with it. Environmental. And definitely check out Olga's Organics Skin, because we are listed there. Working group, Skin Deep database. I'm going to send you the link directly to the Skin Deep database. Okay. All right, so let's type that in. Okay, right there. And then I'm not having any trouble with sound. I love homework. Okay. I don't. Do you have a recommendation for deodorant? Okay, so recommendation for deodorant. I've kind of been using a few different ones. I have been using the Schmidt's deodorant. You know, they have been bought by Unilever, I believe. So now they're a bigger company but they used to be a small company that was owned out of Portland, Oregon. They still have kept good ingredients. You know, I always question whenever there's the big buyouts, you know, if the integrity of the product stays the same or if it goes bad. But they're still good. Schmidt's is the name. I hopefully I'm spelling it right. And then, okay, what lotion do you use under your foundation powder? Okay, so I actually use our face oil. I literally use the face oil. So actually I do the face toner first because the toner, the watery properties in the toner help the oil absorb faster into your skin. And the toner helps balance your pH, minimize your pores, and help against breakouts, where the face oil builds collagen production, so helps with anti-aging. So this is literally my skincare routine. Toner, face oil, morning and night. So a morning when I do it, obviously I don't have makeup on, I do it on a clean face. I literally wait maybe 5 minutes or so, and then I apply my powder and blush and highlighter, and this is what you see. This is the end result here. I have two face oils. One is called Blossom, that's kind of a floral scent, and one is called Revive, that's kind of more of a uplifting. It's got lime and lemongrass, so I like to use that one in the morning because it like really revives myself. It's kind of like the coffee alternative. I don't have to take coffee when I put Revive on because those scents are so strong and so powerful. So somebody's asking, do you have a whole line, cleanser, toner, face oil, and your makeup? So obviously my business is very small. I actually, for the first time this year, ended up hiring 2 people to help me with production, which is really exciting. So thank you for helping me build my business. You guys are the reason for that. But with that being said, I am limited at the amount of products I can release and how many products I release. Basically, customers have told me what they wanted, and that's what I've created over the years. So what I don't have a cleanser at the moment. People have been asking for cleansers, so I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. Hopefully, I can create something. But I do have a face toner that's organic certified, and face oil that's organic certified, and the makeup remover that's organic certified. Our makeup remover is amazing. It's got castor oil in it, so it actually helps with eyelash growth. And Laura, I believe, carries it, so definitely snag one from her. And it's only $12, and it lasts you a long time. It's like the best. I always try to keep my products competitive, and as far as pricing is concerned, because I want everybody to afford my products. I really do, because I believe everybody deserves clean, organic skincare in their life. Okay, so let me look at the other questions, which is for older girlies. Oh, I love it. Okay, so I honestly, I would say the face toner, face oil combination would be a great start. Give it a try and see how you love it. It's good for, like I said, collagen production, good for balancing your pH. Us women, we tend to overcomplicate our routines a lot of times, and I say less is more. So obviously there's more things out there like masks and things of that nature that you can kind of add into your routine. I'm sure Laura probably has other items in her shop to that extent, right, Laura?
No, we're really, really natural. So the place, we have a really great Himalayan crystal salt, and they have a mud mask from a secret place in South America, and it's just mud. And then your products, and we have an organic rose hydrosol that can be used in cooking or for your skin. That's from a family in California that they just steam the organic rose petals. But I think that's everything that we have. And then your line.
Yeah, perfect. So, you can maybe snag a mask from Laura's, in addition to the face oil, face toner combination. But ultimately, give that a try and see how you like it. And then somebody's saying, Nina's saying, I'm using the makeup remover, love it. Do you have recommendations for a cleanser? For a cleanser, I kind of have been playing around with creating a cleanser. And there's lots of different clays. So French clay, and then you can add a little bit of matcha powder in it. And basically just use it in solid form, so it won't be like a liquid version. You basically have the powder, you put it in your hand, and you add a little bit of water, and then you kind of apply it on your face, kind of like a mask. That's a good option as a cleanser. But ultimately, don't forget about water. Water is a good way to cleanse your skin. Just putting a little bit of water sometimes is just what your skin needs. When we apply too many products, it can be sometimes too much for our skin. But the French clay and matcha is a good combo, dry and adding water. And I'm in the middle of trying to figure out a recipe for a cleanser. But the problem is French clay and all of these clays, I can't find in organic form. So I ultimately won't be able to certify them organic. My goal is to only release organic certified products. So if I can't make something organic, then I'm kind of caught in between where I'm like, it'll still be a good product, but I won't have the seal. And my goal is to only create organic products if I can. And then Mina saying, I hear charcoal is good to use. Thoughts? Yes, charcoal is good. And actually, another mask option for you guys, and which is, masks also act as a cleansing option too. They're a little bit more intense, I would say. But bentonite clay actually is a good mask option too. It literally, you put it, starts out dry, you put a little bit of water and put it on your face. It tightens your skin. You can like barely move your skin. It's the funniest experience. It's kind of fun. I'm sure you guys probably have done something similar to that, but I would recommend that too every now and again. You don't want to overdo the mask or the cleansing too much, because your skin naturally produces oils that are beneficial for your skin. It like regulates itself. So a lot of times, like allowing Mother Nature to do things is good. And then Mina said, I use bentonite clay with ACV. Great, you made me so happy. Yes, bentonite clay with ACV. Mina, you're on top of it, girlfriend. You got it. You know what's up. I mean, what am I doing here? You should be presenting too. Yeah, exactly. That's an amazing option. And apple cider vinegar too. Great to drink with your water in addition to the mask option, because it balances your pH in your gut and things of that nature. So if you can implement that in your daily routine, that's also good. And honestly, at the end of the day, our our beauty routine is we should look at it in a holistic approach. What do we do outside of the things we put on our face, which obviously need to be clean? But how much water do we drink? We need to hydrate ourselves. We need to sleep well. We need to take care of ourselves, because it's a full picture. Everything has to add up in order for our skin to look good. So, when people ask me, well, will this do this and that for my skin? I'm like, it will do a lot of those things, but ultimately you also have to put in the work on the other aspects of your life to really make it work the best way possible. I've been looking for an organic concealer, dark circle cover up to no avail. Any secrets that you have for that? Oh, so there is this company called Alima Pure, and they're kind of my competitor, but here I am. They have a concealer. They have a concealer that's pretty decent, so give that a try, see if you like it. Unfortunately, I don't have a concealer in my line. The only thing I have is the face powder, which if you haven't tried, you have to try it, because it's amazing. My customers have called our face powder a cult favorite. And actually, one of the most recent developments, which I can't believe I don't have on my website either. I've been so swamped with things, but we entered a lot of our products into the Eco Excellence Awards, and 2 of our products became finalists: the Blossom Face Oil and the Translucent Face Powder. And then the Translucent Face Powder won. We actually won the best makeup with Eco Excellence Awards, which is like fascinating, because it's an unbiased panel of people that reviewed thousands of products, and somehow we made it. And it's, to me, when things like that happen, it's just it reassures me that I'm doing the right thing and I'm doing something good that people really gravitate to and need in their lives. So haven't tried the face powder, please do. Laura has it in her shop. So yes, thank you, Mina. Yeah, it's really gratifying. I'm so happy to be able to provide that for my customers and for you guys, because ultimately we all deserve the best of the best. We really do, Okay, Amina's saying, Laura, I'll be right over later to get those. There you go. Awesome. Well, that's kind of my story. I try to compile it and put it into slides, and there's always a lot more that I can talk about. But, when it comes to my products, I put my heart and soul into them, and I never, ever cut corners on the raw ingredients I put into my formulations, because I want the best of the best for myself and ultimately for my customers, you know. And I want my customers to know that if they apply an Olga's Organics product, they can trust their skin and life with. And if their kids want a little face oil on their face or face toner, you can put it on your kiddo's face and nothing bad's going to happen, because, you know, it's the best of the best. It's funny, I'll share one more story with you guys. I have the body oils and the body whips, and my body oils, body whips, and body scrubs come in the same scent options. There's Exhale, which is grapefruit and bergamot, Breathe, which is eucalyptus and rosemary, and Relax, which is lavender. Well, anyways, I end up putting the body oil on my youngest, my 2-year-old's chest. When he gets colds and he gets congested, I would put it on his chest and then his feet. And you guys, he would then tell me, butter. Like, he would want more. Like, it's now becoming our like ritual. He just wants it all the time, you know. And then I use the lavender one on him, the Relax one on him too for nap times. And it's the cutest little thing. And it's like, you know what? I don't mind putting that on his body because I know it's the best and he loves it. And how cool is that? I have a little 2-year-old customer already, you know?
I have a couple quick questions,
Yeah.
really fast. Okay, I remember, so I found you, and maybe this will help others too, but I found you because it was an article that was talking about your makeup being edible. And for me, like, anything that I use in my personal life, I always imagine that, like, would I eat this? Because that's how I feel about it. So was that article accurate, or?
Well, you know, you literally could. Yes, you could. I wouldn't recommend it, you know, but you could. The only, you know, you could eat the bentonite clay is the only ingredient that's like, you know, not a plant, you know, but you could eat it and not get harmed by it. Yes, totally. And like, for example, our body whips, they're all 100% oils and body oils, you know, 100% plants. There's absolutely nothing synthetic or artificial. So you literally, I tell my customer, you can choose to eat it through your mouth, but you should just let your skin eat, you know, eat it that way.
Yes. For those, that's a new product we have at our store. Should we keep those in the fridge? And should I tell customers that, or?
The body whips?
Yes.
So the body whips, because I don't add any binders and things of that nature, anything synthetic. So they are 100% oil. So they will melt in heat. Okay. But it's not the end of the world if that happens, because then you can put them in the fridge and kind of cool them overnight. So yeah, you just have to be mindful, with that. Unfortunately, I would not recommend like traveling with a body whip, because, you know, it might create a mess and things of that nature. So keep it at room temperature if possible, and not in a heat spot, in a hot spot.
Okay. So you just sent them in that cooler in order for it to travel, but then keep it out.
Yeah, you can keep it out, no problem. The reason why I send it in the cooler is because the temperatures have been so hot, and I don't want the whipped consistency to melt, because once the butter melts, it won't be quite as fluffy and whipped. So I like to ensure that my customers get their butters in like the most whipped consistency that they possibly can. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Would those or any of your other products work for men during shaving?
Yes, absolutely. So I would say there's 2 oils that are kind of unisexy, some profile. So I would say the Breathe one, which is rosemary eucalyptus, could be a great option. And then the Exhale one, which is grapefruit and bergamot. And I will tell you, Laura, I've been doing the downtown farmers markets here in Des Moines, Iowa on Saturdays. And I can't keep up. The amount of people that buy the Exhale body oil, I'm like I sell out every single time I come to the market. I like keep bringing more every time, and I still keep selling out. So apparently with the Des Moines, Iowa crowd, the Exhale body oil is the favorite, which honestly, it's my personal favorite too. It's a beautiful kind of citrusy / kind of sensual scent, because the bergamot, you know, in there. So yeah, it's kind of a fun one. Mm-hmm. And Mina's saying, Laura, do you have the Exhale body oil in your store?
Steph, is that the one you have?
She's gonna check. Well, Laura, if you don't have the Exhale body oil, you should.
Yes, definitely. We will. Do you have any made that you can send?
I do. I actually had to make a giant batch last week because I want to be able to keep up with demand. I want to make sure I have the supply. Yep, she's got it. The Exhale body oil, an Exhale body whip. There you go. Steph's got it.
Yeah.
Steph, how would you describe the scent?
Let me see. It's good. It's just a light. It's very, like citrusy, but not overly citrus. It's not sweet or anything. It's just a fresh.
Do the body oil. The body oil is slightly stronger scent than the body whip.
Yeah, a little orange undertones maybe, and
yeah, it's the grape. It comes from the grapefruit. Yeah. And I actually made a new batch of Exhale body scrubs, and because of the grapefruit essential oil, because it's red, because the grapefruit is a red fruit, my body scrubs are kind of reddish, and it's so beautiful. People, I never add any coloring or anything to my products, and it's just beautiful how it just that essential oil has that color in it, which is really cool.
So then, what have you decided about the lip tints? Are those?
So the lip tints, I will tell you, the lip tints are as far as production is concerned, they are such manual labor. I literally pour each unit by hand. So it's kind of a lot, and we're kind of in a situation where how we've transitioned some of our looks. We kind of changed our look a little bit, and we are at a point where we are out of the old stickers, and we need to figure out if we're gonna do new stickers. So my husband is like, you can't do everything. So anyways, he's kind of leaning me towards maybe just giving it a break. But I have a lot of tubes, and so maybe eventually I'll bring him back because I still have a lot of the tubes for them. I bought a bunch last time. So anyways, I'm not totally sure where that's going to go, especially if I get help with production. I might bring it back, but at the moment I just need a little break from them. But yeah, stay tuned, more to come. Hopefully they come back.
And then the last question I have is, what can we all do to help you and support you?
Oh, you're so sweet. And by the way, you guys, I'm sure you already know this about Laura, but she's the most incredible, sweet person ever. Every time I get an email from her, my smile is year to year because she's just the sweetest, and I feel that energy in your email, which is hard to see because emails can be kind of cold sometimes, but your emails are the warmest and the kindest. And I knew Laura is just, she is one of a kind. You guys are so lucky to have her in your community. But as far as supporting me, what you're already doing, by purchasing my products, you are supporting me by spreading the word, by educating others. Ultimately, I want people to come to your shop and buy my products from you, because then when they do that, they support both of us. So you guys make sure you do that. So if there's some items that you guys think you can check out on my website, and there's some items that maybe Laura doesn't currently have in her shop but you'd like to see, just let her know, and I'm sure she'll get them from me, and we'll make it work for you guys. But yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart, you guys. It means the world that you can attend today and, hear my story. Nina's asking, Olga, I did not get where you reside. Yes, so I am currently in Des Moines, Iowa. I'm in Des Moines, Iowa. But as you have heard, we launched the business in Colorado. It was in Glenwood Springs, Colorado in 2016. And then my husband and I moved to Salem, Oregon. And so then we lived in Oregon for a little while. And then we were basically getting pregnant, having babies. things of that nature. And we're like, yeah, we probably should go back home and be close to grandmas, because I tell you what, raising kids is a lot. I'm sure you guys know. Steph knows. I saw your little kiddo there. But, so we basically moved back to Iowa to be close to family, and so grateful for that. But yeah, I have, like I said, a 2-year-old and 4.5-year-old boys, and they are definitely a huge driver, and for the reason why I'm doing this, because I want to make sure that they have good options, and the next generations after them have good options for their, skincare, body care routine. Chris Joy says, really enjoyed this, Laura. Thank you for hosting, and Olga, thank you for enlightening us. I'll be down to shop. Woo! Yeah, Chris, awesome. And yeah, like you guys, I left you with homework, and you got to check out the Robin O'Brien webinar, the TED Talk. I mean, this is not over. So, if you guys want me to come back later on or do something, obviously if I'm in the area, I'll definitely let Laura know. Maybe we can do an in-person thing one of these days too. But I would love that. But yeah, you guys, Laura, what she's doing with her shop is amazing. So thank you for supporting her, because we need more people like you, Laura, that, are spreading the word and giving me an opportunity to be in your shop. It's amazing. So you're the reason why I'm even here with you guys today. So thank you, Laura, and thank you, Laura. What's Laura's husband's name? I will butcher that. What's your name?
Bezad.
There you go. Okay, not too bad. Okay.
Perfect. Oh, perfect.
So I love it. You guys are the cutest. I love your puppy too. So cute.
Will you have any cosmetic lines for puppies soon?
I know. I don't think. Is it a she or a he?
Her name is
I
Lynn.
don't think she needs it. No, she is. That's perfect. She's perfect. She doesn't need it. Nina says, great class. Thank you for this wonderful information. Very helpful. Yes. Glad you enjoyed it, Nina. Glad that you enjoyed it, Chris. And again, thank you guys for being here today. And Laura and Bezad, thank you so much for having me today. And we'll keep doing our thing. We'll keep educating people and spreading good words, good thoughts, and good products.
Yes, thank you so much. This has just been the most delightful time with you.
Oh, thank you. And if you don't mind sharing the recording with me,
yes,
share it with me. I'll actually post it on our YouTube channel. That way more people can view it.
Absolutely.
It's so nice to finally see you. I know it's not in person, but it's a little bit closer than the email. So I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And Steph, so nice to meet you. You're beautiful. I love your kitchen. This was wonderful. Thank you for having me, you guys.
Awesome. We will get this video to you as soon as we can.
Perfect. All right. Well, you have a good day, guys.
Thank you, honey. Love you so much.
Love you guys.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Oh, bye, cuties. Oh, I love those two. Oh, those are about my kiddos' ages. Yeah, cute. All right. Well, have a good day, guys.
You too.
Oh my God. So cute.